Hooey. What's up, peoples? I wanted to make a very quick video before conking out for the evening. You ever get so drunk you kind of just pass out? Yeah. Like, legitly. There's only a couple people I trust to get that drunk. Around. Blowing up on Facebook. Yeah. Can't say that I'm not flattered. Nah, but you don't even know. Is it 8:30 a.m. in the UK? Right now it's 1:36. So that's why I'm not going to be too terribly long on this video. I seen an article on Facebook that just made me madder than shit. There was this dude who was a convicted pedophile, well over 20 cases, and the dude openly admitted to having over 1,000 pictures, taking pictures of his victims, that sort of thing. And the judge basically slaps him with 3 years of prison time. Ooh-wee. As I'm sitting there reading the article, hating this guy, every sentence I read, all the sick shit this bastard's done. And this dude only gets 3 years in prison for it. And he's eligible for parole after that. Oh my God, dude. I took a walk down to hang out with some friends, but they sounded like they were about ready to conk out for the evening, so I'll definitely catch them another time. I can't even begin to tell you or fathom. Yeah, this is the kind of shit that pissed me off. And I don't think a Facebook video is justifiable. That's pretty fucked up. This is the UK database, mind you, so that the fact that sex offenders and rapists are getting minimal sentences in prison. Like, it's beyond fucked up. So there it is. Get back on there. Oof. Now I'm about to do a video for YouTube on this because I tell you what. Now, if you want to read the article I'm reading for YouTube, I won't even read it, but this is the shit that's got me pissed off. This is the article that had me steaming mad. So, if you're having a good night, I wouldn't read the article because, ooh, dude, this shit makes me royally sick to my stomach. In fact, I gotta grab a glass of water before starting said video because I just got done eating some Doritos Blaze and that's all I could do to keep from losing my cool at this point. Go for a walk, see if my friends want to hang out, offer to, chill with them a bit, but in subtext, of course. But the friends I talk of will know what I speak of. But anyways, they look like they're about ready to pass out, so I didn't stay. That's cool. Totally understandable. Back. I cannot begin to tell you. Ooh, Facebook, that really grinds my gears. Oh, believe me, the chair's been broken for a minute, but that's the least of my concerns right now. What is up, fellow YouTubers? I cannot begin to tell you how completely disgusted I am with humanity as a whole. First of all, fuck Stuart Harris from Swansea, whatever the fuck. This is the UK and Ireland database. Now, let me just read you some tidbits of this here article. A scout leader who fled to New York to escape justice was today jailed indefinitely for sex offenses at Swansea Crown Court. Pedophile Stuart Harris, 28, escaped from Britain after being arrested for sexually assaulting young boys. He fled to America, where he used a false identity to get a job as a nanny, looking after young children for a wealthy family. But British police and the FBI managed to track him down, and he was brought home to face justice. Prosecutor Janet Gurich said Harris has taken indecent photographs of some of his young victims after he committed the acts. He was also in possession of a large number of other child porn pictures downloaded from the internet. When he was arrested last year, he denied any wrongdoing. So basically, he denied any wrongdoing. Like, he's like, well, and was released on bail. But he disappeared, and using a false identity, he gained employment as a nanny for a family with young children in New York. Harris of Claus, Swansea, admitted to 5 charges of sexually assaulting 5 boys under the age of 13. He also admitted 20 offenses of making indecent photographs of children and possessing 1,935 indecent images of children. Judge Patrick Curran, QC, said Harris was a dangerous offender and jailed him indefinitely. Harris will serve a minimum of 3 years in prison before he will be eligible to apply for release. Yeah. A minimum of 3 years before he is quote unquote eligible for release. Dude, are you fucking kidding me, YouTube and Facebook? I cannot begin to tell you how livid I am with society. You got pedophiles getting a minimum of 3 years in prison when they should be put to death. You get men who think it's okay just to grope women on airplanes and then claim Trump's defense. Like, ugh, dude. Right now, Facebook, I'm doing a much needed pipe thoughts because I cannot begin to fathom. This sick fuck literally had 1,300 blah blah blah, X amount 900 blah. Like 1,935 inappropriate pictures, some of which were some of his victims. And the judge even said he's a dangerous offender. And he's only getting 3 years in prison, then he's eligible for parole. Okay, why is it, and nobody could legitimately explain this to me, but why is it that pedophiles, rapists are only getting, or slash rapists, why are these people getting minimal prison sentences just to be released back into society when clearly none of them learn from their mistakes? Eventually, they end up in jail for the same exact shit. So why not do society a favor and put pedophiles on the death penalty? Now, a lot of people want to sit there and say, oh, well, the death penalty is inhumane. Fuck you. Raping children is more inhumane than the death penalty. So, reading some of the chat here. A lot of positivity in the chat on Facebook. That's what I like to see. People are stoked to be commenting and, you know. But this is something I had to get off my mind. I saw this article someone posted on Facebook. I went to the article and I sat there reading it, getting madder and madder and madder and madder. And by the end of it, I'm like, only 3 years. Dude, I was fucking livid, dude. I was beyond livid. What a slap in the face to the victims who had to suffer. Like, I can't even. Oh, dude. I'm so mad right now. I am just at my wit's end with society at the moment. So maybe in 3 years' time, the judge will be like, no, you're going back to prison. And you know, the thing about it is justice will be served. Okay, if you don't want to do the death penalty, then make it a thing where people can hunt and kill high-risk sex offenders. If they're convicted without a doubt, 100%. There are some problems to that because sometimes people do get framed or hemmed up for some bullshit. I mean, it's one thing, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you step outside to take a piss because your toilet don't work, and, you know, someone saw your dick and now you're on the offendery list. You know, people get put on the list for that kind of shit all the time. It used to be they would tell you what they were on the list for. If it was something mild, you know. But then some dumbass decided we had to protect people. So now the sex offender list just says high-risk sex offender. It doesn't say what they're on the list for. And that presents a huge problem. That's not how things were done back in the day. People like South Park Mexican, the rapper, for instance. Very famous case of being pinned up for some shit you didn't do. I'll catch you cool cobras on the next one, YouTube. Back at you with another Pipe Thoughts video. And if you think that the article I just read is too bullshit to make up, oh, believe me, I'm not making it up. I wish it weren't true. I sincerely wish that sick fucks like this didn't exist. But Read the article for yourself and be flabbergasted if you wish. I mean, like I said, if you're having a good night and this kind of thing really upsets you, then don't read it. This sick bastard had almost 2,000 pictures of indecent exposed children, convicted on 5 different molestation charges. And this sick fuck's only getting 3 years in prison. Well, he may get more, hopefully, but the fact that he's eligible for parole after only serving 3 years, that seems kind of light, to be honest. Better yet, I have a solution for pedophiles. Rape the shit out of them and torture them before you kill them. So the last couple hours of their miserable life is nothing but suffering and anguish. Anyways, Facebook and YouTube, well, YouTube and primarily. I'll catch you all in the next one. Alright, Facebook. Wrap this shindig up. So getting back to a more lighter subject, but all this bullying on social media, men grabbing women inappropriately and then claiming Trump's defense, and these sick fucks that molest children are getting little to no prison time. And I stop and I wonder what the fuck is wrong with our society. I find myself asking that question a lot. So sometimes the only thing I can do to help de-escalate myself is to make a quick little video, pipe thoughts, kind of, speak my 2 cents on it. And the only reason I bring awareness to this issue is to help people who need it. To let people know that it's not tolerated by me, at least. And to let people know that people do care. And here's the thing of it, Facebook. Never underestimate the power of a person's voice combined with social media. A person's voice, one voice, just one, can do so many awesome things. And I'm not even gonna, normally I monetize my pipe thoughts, but this is one that's not getting monetized just because of how despicable the human race can be sometimes. Jesus Morris says, "Yo, Josh, what do you think your greatest song is?" That is a good question. Haven't figured that out yet, because there's a couple songs I've done that I really like. yeah, I'm not going to monetize and make money off talking about what I did in that video, because that's no, dude. No. You know, I can't say I have a favorite song of mine at the moment. If you're referring to the music that I've made in the past. Uh, I suppose people do have their favorite albums from me. Hell yeah, Jesus Morris, you take care. Have a good day at work. Oh. Not a problem. Well, shoot. And sometimes my Pipe Thoughts videos, you know, the topic matter, it gets a little bit depressing and dark, but it needs to be done. It needs to be said. People shouldn't have to suffer like this. I suppose on a much more positive note, my wands are almost done, which is good. I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side.